They were angry exactly the way I was angry, and they were interesting. I wanted the singer's job. And we're talking about the legendary Des Cadena, who's a great guitar player, a great vocalist, and an absolutely solid gold human being. He's just a good guy, but I wanted his job. And I'm like, by the end of the I don't want to hold an ice cream scoop. I want that microphone. I'm like, that's not going to happen. And so March goes into April, May, June, July, and so Black Flag comes back to the East Coast one more time, but not to DC. So I venture up to New York in my damaged 1968 VW Fastback, and they're going to be playing in a place called Club 57, otherwise known as Irving Plaza. I kind of sort of know them, so I get in a little early. I'm hanging out with them, like, oh, I'm in a room with Black Flag. That was a big deal for me. Some band called the Bad Brains opened that night. What a sleeper show that was. Oh no, it was really boring, but I hated it. Anyway, and so at the end of the show, I'm lurking around the venue, and one was like, hey, we're gonna do another show at 6th and A at a place called 6A. Why don't you follow in your car and help us load in? What they wanted was a free roadie. And so I load in, I watch a guy get stabbed, like, I gotta get the gear in, and so I load in the gear, we stack it, and the stage is about as big as your living room. It's a tiny club. There's like 40 sullen Lower East Side punk rockers in there at the back, and Black Flag starts playing. The stage is this high. I'm standing right in front of Des. He's tall, I'm short, he's elevated. So I'm looking at his solar plexus, and they're singing song after song, and I'm looking at my watch. I've got like a 5-hour drive down to Washington, D.C. to do a full shift at Haagen-Dazs if my car will not break down. And in those days, that car was on its last legs. And so I keep looking at my watch. Okay, I'm gonna watch one more song, and then I gotta go. One more song, and then I really gotta go. The sun will be coming up. I gotta go. Because I'm gonna go to Haagen-Dazs, run in there, lock the door behind me, take a shower in the work sink, steal a shirt from my boss's office, put on my paper hat and my bright white apron, and like serve that ice cream. And so I'm looking at my watch like, damn, I gotta go. So I'm about to leave, and I say to Des, I go, hey man, can you guys play a song for me? You're like, yeah, what do you want to hear? I go, there's a song you guys do called Clocked In. It's about going to work. Play that. Why? Because I gotta go to work. And Des is a very agreeable guy. They're like, all right, this song is called Clocked In. It's about going to work, and it's for Henry, because he's gotta go to work. And I must have had this look on my face like, he handed me the mic. He goes, you do it, worker boy. And he hops off stage, I hop on, and I never forget, like a quarterback before the snap, I look from either side of the stage, and Greg and Chuck here like, oh, Henry's gonna sing it? Well, we're awake now. And I look at the sullen, like, Lower East Side punk rock, like, they don't care who I am. I've always had this theory at that time as to how a Black Flag song should be sung. To me, the sacrifice should be total. The eyes should be popping out of the sockets. Blood should come out of the mouth. Internal organs should come out of orifices and drop to the ground. The singer should die after every song and somehow, like, resurrect like Lazarus and get through the show. The sacrifice should be total. After a few years in the band, like, he should walk funny. Like, that's like from being destroyed because of art. I had 96 seconds to road test this theory. And so the band goes into the song. I know at least half the lyrics. And I do the version of it I think that should be done. Eyes coming out, capillaries exploding. And I'll never forget this. I look from side to side. Greg and Chuck are like, ah, what's going on? And the people in the middle are, ah, who's this guy? And like, ah. It comes to an end, like a minute and a half later, done. I give the mic back to Des. I hop off stage. I wave goodbye to the band. I exit through a door that way. I get into my car. It makes it back to DC. I take the aforementioned shower, steal a shirt, and serve ice cream. And I was a young idiot then. Now I'm just an old one. But as a young idiot, I did not understand the wisdom of being, be careful what you wish for. And so as I'm driving down to Washington, D.C., I've got a lot of hours to think. I'm thinking to myself, I should not have done that, because it was 96 seconds of finally feeling I'm in the right place. And I never really felt I should be here. I always felt like, well, I'm hanging out with these people and hopefully they won't hate me too much. And so I was always uncomfortable around people, but that was great. And it's never coming back again. And all I have in my life is either an ice cream scooper or a spatula, or I'm parking someone's car. But that 96 seconds after 20.5 years of living, that was a breath of fresh air, and it is over. By the second day, I'm like, there's now, I shouldn't have done it. I flew too close to the sun. And so On the second day, I'm miserably scooping ice cream and doing the work, and the phone at Haagen-Dazs rings. It was rarely that we got anything but two things. Either an employee can't make the shift, so I'm going to do a double because I'm the head manager, or it's my boss, Steve, like, how's the money? Like, you called 40 minutes ago. We've made $17.38 since your last call. Don't worry, no one's going to steal. Click. And so I answer the phone like the douche I am. Like, good afternoon, welcome to Haagen-Dazs, may I help you? It's a member of Black Flag. They're still camping out in New York. Hey, is this Henry? Why, yes it is, sir. And like, how'd you get this number? It's called the phone book. And so they found me. And they said, we are looking for a new singer. Des wants to move to rhythm guitar. You were pretty crazy the other night. You want to come up here and audition for Black Flag? And I have enough time to inhale and exhale and answer. So on the inhale, I reeled in the 20.5 years of my life. It's like, what do I do? If I say yes, I'm going to go up there, I'm going to flame out magnificently, and the lump in my throat will now turn into an albatross swinging from my neck. 10 years from now, the internet will be invented, and a guy from Mojo magazine on a deep dive about American musicians, where are they now, will find out that there's a guy who still works at an ice cream store who auditioned for Black Flag, and he didn't make it. And the other guy, it went from strength to strength, but this guy's in Palookaville serving up scoops of vanilla ice cream. And so he'll find me, like cool bearded guy with a shoulder bag, like, excuse me man, are you the man who auditioned for Black Flag and didn't make it? Can I interview for 417 days and do a 17,000 word deep dive feature about what a loser you are? What's that thing around your neck? An albatross. And so I'm used to being told, you suck, you're going nowhere. And so that's been my life. But I also realized I've got nothing to lose. I'm 20 and a half years of age. A job like this, I can find one again. They're fairly handing them out in those days. And so I've never had any confidence or any bravery. I'm not a tough guy, quite the opposite actually. And so I realized this is a shot. And all I'll do is be in regret for the rest of my life, never knowing what could have been. So on the exhale, I said, yes. Time and place. And they said, okay, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Lower East Side, this restaurant. And so I tell my boss, I'm going back to New York, you can't stop me.